Welcome to Profit Channels. This is my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor and I don't give financial advice. Please consider this video entertainment. Today I'm going to talk about Chipotle Mexican Grill, or CMG, currently at $38.63. Price to earnings is 34.44, which is higher than I usually look for, but we'll go into that deeper in a minute. We look at this annually. We have increasing revenues and income, which is really positive. Annually, we have increasing debt, but increasing cash flows. The debt looks reasonable. If we dive into the statements, fiscal year 24 is a banner revenue year. That's the best it's been. If this is looking back to 2013, if we go down to net income, $1.53 billion, which is the best it's ever been. We look at our common shares outstanding. We've been as high as 1.55 billion in 2014, and we've been going down to 1.34 billion. So that means they're buying back shares. I like to see that. Price to earnings ratio is the highest it's been in the last 3 years. Here is our price to earnings ratio, and so we're currently at 34.44. But if you look back, it's been as high as 110 in 2020. So this is really low for Chipotle. Price to sales is as low as it's been since 2022. Price to cash flow is low, so this is all bullish to me. Return on assets, if we look at in 24 and right now, this is as high as it's been. The return on percentage assets, return on percentage equity is real strong, and return on invested capital, it's as high as it's been. So this is all very bullish. If I compare Chipotle to the S&P 500, so Chipotle divided by S&P 500, we have this big channel, and it's got a pretty good midpoint line. We've broken down below all our moving averages, and we could be heading down towards the bottom of this channel. We are right here at, this is one of those stocks where I'm hoping it's going to go lower so I can get in. This could rebound right off of there. This has been a key point. But again, I'm looking for, something down here more. We got nice volume right here. All right. So here is our monthly. Let me get this out of here. And we have just broken down below the 50 period moving average. We haven't done that since COVID, really. If I look at this on a weekly, we are broken down through all our moving averages, something we haven't done again since COVID. This is a pretty bullish candle. You've got a really high volume. Again, this could be a place where we rebound. We'll have to see what happens next week. I'm kind of looking for something down here just because I'm cheap. Here we are on the daily, and so we have not been this far below the 200 period moving average in a long time. Our point of control is above us, but we do have this daily gap down here. And it kind of aligns really well with this high volume price. And this was support and resistance So, I mean, I'm looking at the daily candle. It looks like it's forming a bottom, but again, let's see what happens next week. Okay, let's turn off these moving averages, go back to the monthly, and we've got a channel looking something like this. We've bounced off the top, and maybe we're heading down to test this midpoint line again, which has been meaningful in the past. Here's the weekly, but let's go to the daily, and we've got a channel something like this that we've been moving in. So I'm looking for Chipotle to come down a little further, although if we see volume start taking off, this might again be the place that we turn around. This is a high volume price. If I go back to, well, let's go to fib retracements. Let me close up my parallel channels. Yeah, so if I'm going from the bottom to the top, it looks like I missed that top a wee bit. There we go. We've got a full retracement. We've broken down through the 176. So, I mean, yeah, just a full, this would be a double bottom then. If we came back here, if on a longer term scale, go from the bottom here to the top up here, there's the 618. And if I do both, the 618 and the 1, I mean, we got a lot of overlap up here in these lines. So, Chipotle could be bounding here, but I feel like it's going to go a little lower. So I'm waiting. If it doesn't go lower, then missed opportunity. If I look at some extensions, now if I extend from, if I say this is the bottom right here and we're going to rebound, this is a pretty Fibonacci. So again, I get like maybe this is the bottom. Look at the 382 is right here at this point of control. The 236 is a nice line. The 0.5. I look at, if I say the bottom is down here, this also works out pretty nice. So the 618 is up here. It came down and touched the 236. We got some action here on the 382. So I'm torn here. If I do an extension from short term from this bottom to the top to where we are right now, this is a real pretty looking Fibonacci as well, which says this is the bottom. But if I say the bottom's down here, from here to here to here, this is also very pretty. So a little torn. I'm just going to see what happens next week. If I look at the parabolic SAR and the super trend, everything is bearish here, bearish here, bearish here. This is the monthly scale. Very overbought. Though on the stochastic, the MACD and the RSI are looking bad. If we go to the weekly, now our RSI it's historically low. We're in a downward trend. Same thing with the MACD. It's historically low. We're in a downtrend, and our stochastic is overbought or oversold. Parabolic SAR and the super trend are both saying don't get in yet. If I go to the daily, everything continues to look pretty bad up here. Our RSI is ridiculously low and due for a correction. Could go, again, I'm torn. Is this the bottom, or is the bottom a little lower? If we look at our MACD, it's crossed over bearishly, and our stochastic is pretty terrible. I think the most important thing on a daily chart is watch the volume. We want to see that picking up. If I go to the RSI Bollinger Band strategy, we are down. We've been outside of it, and we're down into the Bollinger Bands. Money flow index is down. Squeeze momentum is bearish, and ADX is saying we have no trend. If I look at this weekly, we have now broken down below the moving average. Money flow index is looking pretty bearish. Squeeze momentum bearish, and we are in a downward trend with the ADX at 30. So if we continue to go down, this is where I think we might go down a little more. ADX will get closer to 40 before we turn around, is what I would expect. And finally, on the daily, we are outside of our Bollinger Bands. We've been out below and continue down, so we're out again. Everything is looking pretty bearish here, the money flow and the squeeze momentum, but our ADX is 45.5 on the daily, so that's really high. And that's where I get confused again, because when the ADX is that high, it's likely to change direction. Again, we have not been this high in a long time. Right here, where we had a pullback. So keep an eye on this next week. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.